All right, everyone, welcome back. I'm your host, Alex Rivera, and today we're diving into an emerging short film titled Between the Trees. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of this short film by now, and joining me today is the director, Jocelyn Carlos Cruz, who's here to talk about the creative choices behind the film. So everyone give it up for Jocelyn! Hello, and thank you for having me. I'm Jocelyn Carlos Cruz. I'm the director of my film Between the Trees, and I'm going to talk about how my film uses and challenges conventions, and also how it represents teenagers. Okay. So let's start off with our first question. It will be, what specific conventions did you use? I used a lot of realism-based conventions, so like filming on location using natural lighting and not relying too much on dialogue. I wanted the audience to understand the scene through what they see and not just about what the actors say. Okay, very good responses. For our second question, how did you challenge conventions? I also challenge conventions by pacing. A lot of openings try to grab attention really quickly, but I went for something slower. It's more about setting the mood and letting the audience figure things out instead of giving them everything at once. And for our third question, how did cinematography and editing support your ideas? Okay. Yeah, that is a really good question. I try to use the camera to reflect how the character's feeling. Like in the beginning, when Aaliyah is on the ground, the angle makes her seem more vulnerable. Then, as she becomes more aware, the shots feel more stable. The editing is also slower with longer shots, so it doesn't feel rushed and like the moment can actually sit with the audience. Okay. And for our fourth question, how are teenagers represented in your film? Okay. So if you see my film, I used my friends as my actors because I was short on like what kind of actors to use, since I wanted somebody who had experience and somebody who had really like little to no experience to really give that authenticity, and I wanted it to feel realistic. That's like what I really wanted, not by being overly dramatic or stereotypical, just normal people with just normal people dealing with feelings. Their interaction is pretty calm and supportive, which I think is like more accurate to real friendships. Okay. This is our final question, question 5. Does your film explore any social ideas? Yeah, it touches on things like vulnerability and personal growth. It's not super obvious or over-explained, but it's more about showing a moment where one person is there for another. So, to answer the essential question, my film is mainly a coming-of-age story, but it also leans into social realism. I didn't want it to feel overly dramatic or fake, so I focused more on real emotions and everyday moments. I used things like natural lighting and a real outdoor location to make everything feel more authentic. At the same time, I did kind of challenge some conventions. Instead of starting with something really fast or dramatic, I made the opening slower and more subtle. It starts with Aaliyah waking up, and the audience doesn't immediately know what's going on, which creates curiosity without explaining everything right away. For representation, I focused on teenagers, but I wanted them to feel real. A lot of the time, teens in films are shown in exaggerated ways, but I wanted my characters to feel more grounded. The relationship between them is based on support and friendship instead of drama or romance, which is something I don't think that is shown as often. Overall, I just wanted it to feel natural and relatable. There you have it, folks. That is Jocelyn Carlos Cruz for you. And please remember to watch her short film, Between the Trees.